Alright guys, today I'm going to do a video on how to install these ditch light brackets on your 4Runner. I got these from CBI Off-Road. I'll throw a link to them in my description. I'm doing this on a 4th generation 4Runner. It's a 2003. This should be exactly the same for every model of the 4Runner. I put a set on a friend of mine's. He's got a 99 3rd gen. And the only difference in the installation was with the 3rd gens, you have to cut out a little section of this plastic thing here. But other than that, it's basically exactly the same, so this will work for almost any 4Runner. First thing you gotta do is go ahead and pop your hood, and then take out the bolts that hold your fender in place. So a couple there, one here, and here. And there's also one bolt inside the driver door here. Pull back that weather stripping and then take out that little bolt as well. Now that we've removed all of the bolts on the fender, just pull it back a hair so you can get at those hood bolts with a wrench. And it's notable that you're only supposed to do one side at a time so your hood doesn't get unbalanced. So I'll be back when I take out those 2 bolts for the hood mount there, and that's where we're going to put the ditch light brackets. Your hood will try to fall down after you get those bolts out, so make sure you've got something supporting it. But I got those bolts out, so now what we're going to do is take this bracket and throw it in there. It's just going to go right on top of the hood mount there. So throw it on top of there and reinstall the bolts. The passenger one is marked passenger, so that's how you can differentiate between the two. So I'm going to throw it on there. You will need to pull the fender back a little bit more when you're doing this to get better access to put the thing in there. And honestly, you may be better off just pulling it back this far when you start taking out those, after you take out those bolts, because you'll have a easier time getting the hood bolts out. But to get it out after you have those bolts out, you gotta grab it under here and lift it up pretty high to reach it over this arch under here. So now I'm gonna put the bracket on. And it looks like on the 4th gens we are gonna have to cut back a little bit of this plastic right here too to fit the bracket in there. So I'm gonna grab some tin snips and just snap a little piece out of this. So I've cut a small section of that out. Now I'm going to use the hardware provided to put the hood mounts back on. Alright, I've got those new bolts installed. Got some of that plastic cut out. And now I'm going to put the fender back where it belongs. And put the bolts back in. Alright YouTube, here's the finished product. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. If you have any questions about it, feel free to leave me a comment.